Efendim. Geliyorum. Geldim. Geldim.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Bıçak. Gözüm oluyor ya. Baktım ya.
Bir kişi kaldı. Gladio kazandı. Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Anne ne oldu?
Balkonda. Lan balkonda. Ananı sikeyim seni.
Ne oldu? Götüremem anne, yayındayım ya.
Bomba kuruldu. Gladio kazandı. Bombayı kur ve patlat. Bomba kuruldu. Gladio kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Lider katil. İki kişi kelle avcısı. 3 kişi. Bir
Çocuğum.
bomba kuruldu. Gladio kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Zula kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Bomba kuruldu. Gladio kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Bir kişi kaldı. Lider katili. Gladio kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Bir kişi kaldı. Gladio kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
İki kişi, bir kişi kaldı.
Ağda çok korktum lan. Ağda bir bak sola dön bir tane koy bombamı yağını ölür. Dön abi. Buradaydı. Aha gördüm. Vur Allah belanı. Lan sen de kodumun evladını. Lan bir tane ağda
Zula kazandı.
Oha.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Tek başarısı. Lider katili. Zula kazandı.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Sağında. Düz sağında.
Gladio kazandı.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Onların basesinden çıkınca sağda.
Bomba kuruldu. Zula kazandı.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Tek başınasın. Zula kazandı.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Zula kazandı.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
B'ye git be.
Arkanda Allah.
Zula kazandı.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Bomba kuruldu.
Bombayı bul ve etkisiz hale getir.
Canı az, canım bir. Lastik nereye?
Zula kazandı.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Oğlum ellerim terli ya. Bakın ya.
Bir kişi kaldı. Lider katili.
Beyler ambulansın sağındaki göçük yerde. Alta doğru eğimli yerde. Hadi. Hadi aslanlarım koyarsınız. Ulan.
Bizim adamı sıktı mı?
Ben oğlum göçükte adam göçükte.
Gladio kazandı.
Allah aşkına.
Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Oğlum niye çıkamıyorum lan?
Tam bir tanesi B'de. Ama Medine dilencisi gibi yerde ne kadar silah varsa topladın ha.
Bomba kuruldu. Zula kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Bomba kuruldu. Gladio kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Lider katili. Gladio kazandı.
Bombayı kur ve patlat.
Lider katili. Tek başınasın. Bomba kuruldu.
Solunda adam.
2 kişi, 1 kişi kaldı.
Sağ, o da soldan geldi.
3 kişi. Gladio kazandı.
Devre. Roller değişiyor. Bomba bölgelerini koru.
Bir kişi kaldı.
Balkonda büyük balkon. Büyük balkon. Orada. Bak bir vuruyor. Tamam boku çıkıyor ha.
Radyo kazandı. Maçı kazandın.
Oyuna para yatırdım mı? Hayır, hiç yatırmadım. İyi oynuyorum demeyelim de ses kasmıyorum, onu söyleyeyim yani kendim.
Mol atacak. Al işte.
Bakayım.
Yani şunu vurdum. Tıkandı.
Ben Twitch live ella fella bakıyorum hep yine böyle ne yine böyle ne yine böyle ne.
Okay. Like ships in the night right there. And back towards long they go, so...
Look at this. Look at they're taking it in turns. Okay, they've got their plan. It's clear that those with nades have been given the responsibility to take long, and nades are thrown out. Inter's two incredibly impactful rounds back to back.
Only smokes to work with.
Chasing them 9th for Gambit. VP to close this gap. Crossmodes land. Into spray, does too. Kicker hasn't gone down, but that's sound. And well aware one has slipped the net, and looks like Shiro's missed shot has given Yakinda's perfect time to strike from short. 8 seconds left as VP have pulled this one out.
Oh,
Inter's
not again.
Not done yet. More impact required. He needs the head, finds the head. One more. And it's the most prized of them all, Yakinda. He's got 3 already. Will he get the fourth? He's tagged up so low. USP now. He knows one bullet will do it and enters 3 back-to-back impact rounds. Pulls Gambit into an extended lead. So much impact from him. The young guns looking poised to push VP.
What I feel about Churro, he's not taking risks. He's always playing like good on percentage level, like he always have in his duels like 60 on 14%, like he always has an advantage, like he's not taking risks. That's why I think he's good.
Dust 2, map 2 of our grand finals. And the CIS, the very best. Gambit on 9, VP posting 6. They are 1-0 up. Vertigo was theirs by the narrowest of margins. And, well, this is VP's turf. Anything can go down here as we start our pistol off. We are seeing more and more P250s worm their way into T-side pistol rounds.
Yeah, I want to level that playing field against these long-range USPs, 5 of which VP hold, kick it on a little bit of utility, and James has even taken space, but I think Hobbit has caught that one long, granted immediately out. Inter's leading the way, the hero of the first half. How much more can he do?
Oh, he's trapped. Calls for the bailout. Has he got time for this? I think he just about gets there in time. So James set up for success. Sanji to delay as best he can. Here's Axal is across.
Oh, good from short.
Yeah, all the way from short. Yakinda's hit a good shot, but no permanent deaths yet.
James been very sneaky here.
Retake here?
Yeah, no kit.
Oh, Hobbit. Nice catch. Yakinda was trying to work on the round-the-world maneuver. Now they have to focus all of their attention. The element of surprise. It's not clean from James. Inters continues to impress as he finds his 20th and another as well. Nothing left for VP in this pistol. Bloodshed, tears. It's 10 for Gambit.
Yeah, Inter's impact is reflected in the scoreboard, right? So those last 3 rounds of the first half, he went absolutely mental, and now here on the pistol with even more. So he is having a map. Not necessarily one of the star players of Gambit, but he's showing up right here, right now, and he is head and shoulders above the rest of the server. 11 kills between him and the next closest, Shiro, Nafany, Sanji, James, all with 10 apiece. 21 for Inters. Axial relatively quiet here on Dust 2, and the same can be said for Yakinda. Will be a full eco coming out from VP. No force buy. They don't want to struggle for this economy control. And if Gambit convert this, just the way they get off, Nafany's very lucky to be alive here. Lots of bodies around.
So many. Yakinda's caught just the one. What's going on?
Okay.
For a second there, it looked like the CT aggressions were winning against Mac 10s. It's stabilized. Thank you, Nafany.
Yeah, and just talking about these starts of halves, right? Now, on this map, they did lose the opening pistol round, but then they went and win the force buy, and then they had 4 on the trot. And then when you look at this half, they were able to grab this pistol round and then convert the second. So they've set themselves up very good, 11-6. And this gun round right now from VP, it makes a lot of sense that they're calling a timeout here. And the reason that is because when you go for this 3rd round buy with the new economy, it's not new anymore, but you have enough for rifles. You have to have the trade-off. Do we want utility? Because you're not going to have Molotov, smoke, flash, nade, and defuse kit. That's just not going to happen, right? And they're aware that they're up against a bonus situation. So as Buster gives us a little bit of a yawn there, I'm sure he's more than excited about this one. Don't you worry about that. We can look through their buys. You've got 4 M4s, right, with smokes on their side. There's a Molotov for Sanji. He's opted not to go for the head armor where the rest have, because they know that they're going up against potential SMGs. Not a diffuse kit in play whatsoever. And what this means is, it's not about where the utility can be thrown, it's where the bodies need to go. So what type of a play are we going to go for? How are we going to find ourselves an opening? You need to be a little bit more proactive on the CT side with buys like this.
Right,
has that
you get executed on, you really, there's nothing pointing towards going for it.
Yeah, so they need to be a little bit more proactive in this one. And a 4-man A-lean is a good place to start. All the pressure on James over towards B. Whatever utility VP did have has just been dumped to get long control. So they put all their eggs in this basket. Nobody's out, they've got control of this, and now they need to get the bodies back somewhere else. But look at Nafany.
What's he up to?
He's
Through
out
the
mid.
Smoke. No eyes on it currently. Hobbit very loud on this one. And Yakinda goes down. Big first frag found from the most experienced and the only major champion in the Gambit Esports roster. Well, this gets even more awkward now. Not only did you have limited util, now limited players. VP have to overcome the Gambit T side with just 4.
If they go into A because of that opening kill, they might get a bit of a rude surprise, right? We still have 2 players mounted up towards, of course, the caster curse. They just dropped on down, but there are 3 players still over towards the A side of the map. Hunkering down long is Buster and James. He's having to take a risk in some space. Hobbit's low, and Hobbit's down.
Interesting. What does that do to Nafany?
Mid to A? Mid to A?
They're boosting. The element of surprise, I'm not sure that anyone's going to be expecting this. I say that as Sanji is. Considered it for
Nafany's
a second.
through.
Nafany is through.
Oh,
it could too.
Be the double.
And it could very well be just the Mac 10 though. Surely.
Oh, Nafany.
Nafany with impact all over. What's James to do now? The glass cannon AWP was responsible for B. He's been a completely nullified object at this point.
He's locked in as well. Look at this. 1 player already wants spawn. That's Axial. James, you got to be careful, mate.
They want to stop this. They don't want to stop that save. They know how much impact a single AWP, especially for VP, and it's clean and easy. They'll take that. So, bringing it all through. Gambit starting to accrue enough points to start the engines of a 1-1 split.
Oof, this from Nafany is so ballsy, right? This in-game leader, he takes so much space and not always profiting with the kills, but it's more what he is still allowing the rest of his team to do. So here with some impact, they justify holding on to those lower weapons. That Scout, the Mac 10, everything is found at work, and they've even upgraded into that AWP. All right, Shiro through the door. They didn't even get a chance to cross, mate. Give him a break.
Yeah, we saw Simple throwing one in a similar line as well. Seems like the new adaptation is wallbanging those that are waiting to cross on the smoke. Kickert gone. 15 deaths as well. He's had a very quiet time here on Dust 2, and this is clearly far, far away from the Dusty they imagined when this was their first pick of the best of 5.
Well, if this keeps going in this direction, we're guaranteed 4 maps. Train up next.
So short control gathered, a lean, heavy lean towards B, so it is only Yakinda. And he's lost his duel just on that repeat. He knew, Nafany was well aware that Yakinda didn't have many options in terms of retreat, just stand and try to deliver. And deliver Gambit will. Not taking their chances. Good to see the smokes and the Molotovs all landing to do their due diligence.
This will be 4 in a row right here for Gambit in the second half, and that's the max loss bonus coming into the bank balance of VP for the next. They might want to go for a couple of exits here just to close out this round. No point in holding onto these deagles. You don't have Kevlar behind it. Sure, having a better sidearm was cool, but all in all, it will be the rifles that we'll be looking towards next round. So everybody from Gambit looks like they will be surviving. VP aren't even having a look in whatsoever, just staying tucked in towards B. Nobody's moving. Statues, 3 of them. And that's round number 19 in the bag. This is very good stuff from Gambit. The fact that they had a close game on Vertigo, they could have really got in their own heads. This is a grand final. These guys
had picked it.
Yeah, and they're lucky that obviously this is against an opponent they're familiar with. Otherwise, capitulation could have been on the cards, but this is something that they're well and truly back into. 13-6. And here's that opening shot from Shiro. Bang. Just frustration. For the likes of kick it there. What am I meant to do, mate? I'm already on an eco. Give me a break. As the buy will come out. Jame onto the AWP. Org for kick it. Still not a single defuse kit purchased on up here. Keep that in mind if we get into post plants. We are running out of rounds to work with. Gambit only 3 away now. But if we get another one of those Sanji clutch rounds, maybe that's the momentum shifter right there. Back towards long. Shiro's leading the charge with the pick. Nobody home to receive him. How long is Jame going to stay on this stack for?
Yeah, it's a good question.
It's usually a flash for this position, right? And then the AWP would peek out on the flash, but Jame's just standing tall.
Hobbit seems positioned in a way he knows it's a vulnerability. He might jiggle it. And he does. Baits the shot. Nade finds no success, and Hobbit has successfully dismantled the first setup from VP.
It's an important hurdle to cross, and we've seen the boost. Yeah, look at this.
Now, crosshair placement. Yeah, if your crosshair placement's good enough for this duel, I will be happy to be proven wrong.
Oh, he's stepping into it late, so he's not 100% certain if people haven't crossed. Well, Yakinda is. He's taking back that space, and James in rotation. It looks like they're setting up for a B split.
Yeah, and the CTs seem to have worked it out. Util starts to fall. James drops Nafany, aggressive just on the edge of that smoke. Just when he needed to arrive for the mid to B split. Makes things difficult, so does Yakinda.
Both down. B's open.
Wide open, thanks to Axile. Can't contest the smoke. James looking to elevate someone up or get the boost himself, hoping to find one as they reposition onto the platform. This is a Hail Mary maneuver.
This has a good idea. Look at the wall bang.
Great idea, yeah, he's completely deterred them from that.
They have to save. Like I said, there was no kit for the post plan.
You'd be throwing your bodies into a brick wall if you tried.
That's Axial. That's all Axial. Like, the mid to B got stopped. There was no mid to B. There was only one prong on that attack, and it was Axial coming in through those tunnels, taking out both Kick It and Buster. So as soon as they fall, the bomb goes down, the pressure applied. VP locked out. They need to hold on to these guns. Max loss bonus, sure. They will be able to drop and have another competitive round going forward, but it doesn't matter. 14-6 right now. Gambit looking good to convert. They might even get this one. Inters gives it a shot. Bomb goes off. Sanji lucky to survive. Wants to grab an AK if he can.
See it from Axile's POV. Comes up just as the action's occurring middle, and neither of them ready for that duel.
Yeah, they were very glued to mid doors there, weren't they? So many bodies thrown at that. Yakinda, Jane pushing through the smoke. Both Kick It and Buster, we could see, were having a glance. And I like this timeout from Gambit. You're in such a lead. Just talk this one through. Don't slip over yourself right here.
Like, this is these are the scenarios that you start replaying, like, oh, if only at 14-6 I didn't go for that. Those are the ones that keep you up at night. So that's what this timeout is designed to avoid. 2 timeouts remain. I wonder if we'll see any more of those. See if VP have got any punch left.
Axial only has 8 kills, right? He has 7 assists alongside of that, and we saw 2 of his kills in that previous round. That's impact right there, right? We were talking about Inters with his so far. He's up to 23 now. And another timeout. So these teams like to drop them on top of one another here. VP.
We heard Axel talking a little bit about his age and what it means to him. I just want to double check how old the dude is. 18, my lord.
Yeah. Hobbit brings the average age of this team up a bit.
So yeah, Axile, Mr. Sergey's 18. Inters is having a great performance here in the grand finals of Katowice. Is equally relatively young, 20 years of age for him. So the average really is just brought up by your major champion,
who's also pretty young as well. So all in all, they were the Gambit youngsters. Now they're the Gambit main squad, and they're doing what the Gambit main squad did many moons ago. And right now, in the second half, they are looking absolutely flawless. Let's get this one underway. Shiro through the door again, gives it a crack, worth the shot.
Yeah, one of my least favorite parts of Dust 2, when I've got the mouse and keyboard in my hands myself, crossing those doors, so punishing. Forcing out util once a couple of successful shots have been hit. Okay, Yakinda's got a very nice off angle for anyone that fancies their chances middle now.
He loves that box, doesn't he? Just up and over. The mid to B smokes that come through as well, he can play forward of them. This one's actually paused out.
Have the confidence
to just stand there with your knife out talking.
Yeah, what the hell?
Like,
I don't see that. Don't see that every day. It's like they're just having a full mothers meeting, talking it through.
This A setup is quite weird right now that we see from VP. Nobody towards long.
Sanji's the same, just having a chat. Okay, so they're probably gonna.
Yeah,
30
this
seconds.
is very odd.
All right. It's like they know what strat they're doing already.
How is there no eyes on long?
Okay, they're walking in though. James gonna have to do a lot of work here. Sanji trying to bait them to look at him, and he's done the first part. He's gonna have to do the rest as well. Great Molotov to buy time. Yakinda's burning though. Have to find a new elevation.
Long's coming too. Sanji's screwed.
Yeah, safe corner, but for how long? Shiro already onto Yakinda to finish off the jobs of the Flames, and Gambit set for 15 just like that.
What an odd round that was. I'm flabbergasted. I'm not quite sure how they have nobody watching. I'm not sure what tell there is. That must be the domestic rivalry between the two, right? The fact they played each other a lot in the past. There must be something going on there.
That was peculiar.
Well, now that is the 15th and coming knocking. Gambit, this is a quick second map. I thought we were going to have the 16-14s, overtime games, all the rounds throughout here, but they've made short work of Dust too. VP have looked so threatening on this map throughout the tournament. I think they've only lost it twice in recent history. If you go back in the last 3 months, they've won it a bucket load. And they'll just hold on to these two rifles. So Buster and Kick It, they're the ones who went down towards B in the previous. This time they'll get to hold on to their guns. And it was so strange. Nafany was so far forward. Look how far forward Nafany is. And Hobbit and the rest of the team are still just coming up late. And they make a round like this work. So great stuff. Still a bit perplexed on how it all transpired. But regardless, 15-6, rifles back out. VP's last chance here on Dust 2. Now, we will be moving into Train as the next map, the third map. And this has extended the series to at least 4.
Oh, he's caught him. Just pre-aiming the jump across. Intuition strikes, and so does that. Oh, Nafany charging through the flames. He gets away. Yakinda claws one back. They know there's more damage and more players are waiting on the other side of that smoke. James sets to work in middle. No armor on him. Vulnerable to those wallbangs if info's gained.
They know Yakinda's tricks, don't they? Hanging around the smoke, just putting some lead through. Smoke will clear now, and he has to drop back to a more passive configuration. But James, he could stifle this completely. Lots of conversation there from Inters, letting him know how much space he's working with.
They're going back. Inters will hear the jump for info.
He's heard the scope as well. Slipped the net.
And James does not hit the shot. Inters gives them the man advantage, looking to finish this right here, right now. Map 2 of the grand finals could be a thrashing. Just need to post the one. Up short now. VP's dastardly Dust 2 getting completely shaken. And Yakinda peeks out, it's damage. It's insufficient. They're both coming in from CT and B respectively, so disconnected. Just gotta follow the flowchart now for the after plan. Sanji does take down Nafany.
Buster does have a kit. This is still doable. It looks extremely unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, with the flashbang, Sanji wants one more before he does any more dirty work, and that's the head he was waiting for. Pops it off of Inters. The impact continues. Buster Oh, they may not expect
Look at this angle from Hobbit.
Angle on the gather the smoke and makes it all too easy. Gambit really do convince many with a performance like that against Virtus Pro, Masters of Dust 2. Their pick no less. Gambit equalize our grand finals.
Yeah, they done told me to be myself. So when I went and found myself, told me back then, be true to who I am, ain't think we was really gonna win. Now they watching us from the sidelines while we trying to victories like we getting high tides. I'm getting my prize, only thing my eyes is locked in on, have a million mine. I want it right now, don't waste my time. Family in a penthouse with a view sky high. Blood, sweat, and tears bring water in my eyes. Cause the whole gang winning, I done gave my life. Odds low, but we did it, ain't we? And we always moved in, never on the same thing. Now our lives are highlight reel. We like the thrill, this life's ideal. The hype is real.
It's just the way we live. We own it.
The COVID pandemic begins to grow worldwide. Major sporting events are postponed or called off, and the ESL Pro Tour begins with the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice as its opening act. Unfortunately, COVID-19 hits hard. A last-minute decision by the Silesian government forces the tournament to be played entirely behind closed doors, and as it turns out, the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice was the last ESL major LAN of the entire year. Despite being played behind closed doors, the tournament was still full of surprises. Intel Grand Slam winners Team Liquid were knocked out in the first round, Astralis were only able to take 10 rounds in the semis, and the new look G2 was able to qualify to the grand final.
Nexter and Hunter left trying to stay tall here. Nexter's dropped, and that means Hunter up on the high ground. He's going to have to jiggle peek this all day. They're already on the bomb, and that's a bit of a shutdown. Right back to it. Broland immediately on the defuse. 3 kills. They don't get it. They have done it.
10 years after Na'Vi won their first Intel Extreme Masters event, Na'Vi's turn came again. With Perfecto joining their roster just weeks before the tournament began, with him on their team, the CIS roster was able to confirm their championship credentials.
2011, last time the Na'Vi's name was scribbled on to that trophy. What were you doing back then, back in 2011?
2011, I think I was 14. I was starting to play CES to grind for this trophy because this trophy is insane. It's not like ESL 1 Cologne trophy or something like this. Intel Extreme Masters, you know, and it's insane for me.
Virtus Pro get blanked on their CT side. It's Gambit that steal this map away quite convincingly, taking us into a third. And we're looking at Train. However, we need to put in scope what has happened here on Dust 2. For Gambit, they start this series off with a map loss. Now we have an even kilter game. I've got Kassad and Yanko. Guys, what went wrong here?
Everything. I mean, just it's a fact of, again, talking about two really good starts for Gambit. Sure, they lose the first pistol round, but they win the force buy, which is even better. You know, in most scenarios, they got the 4-1 start. In the second half, obviously, they didn't lose a single round, right? And we see a little bit how that, when you go USPs in the second round after you lose pistol and CT and buy in the third round, how that can be, you know, if it doesn't work out for you, it can really put you in a hole.
The thing is, like, for me, this map looks so chaotic. It's a classic CS Clash kind of thing. Like the early round, like early force buy rounds that went like both ways, and then in that the eco round and Inter's got like double with a P250 and there's a triple after that and a double after that. It's like super crazy first half, and it felt like in the second half the Gambit just ran away with it after they got the pistol.
Which is a wild thing to consider. We watch this game, you know, from afar, and you see just the contrast of what we got in the first map versus now versus, you know, with VP kind of slowing down, Yanko.
Yeah, and I mean, Inter's as well, just leading the way, right? Having more kills than Axile and Shiro combined, which we have been pointing out so far. He had that blunder in an anti-eco in a 4v3 where he pushed middle and died to James from lower B. James got his gun, got another kill, and that seemed like it could have been the downfall for Gambit, but he definitely stepped up towards the end of the first half, almost 3 consecutive rounds, the P251, then 2 more gun rounds, good round on P, a clutch as well. So yeah, I think he made up for that one mistake.
A little bit, yeah. The thing is, like, with this like CIS teams, especially Gambit, they can just, any player can just pop up. That's the strength with them, you know. Any player just, we didn't really expect from Inter to do anything pretty much like this, you know. We always talked about Shiro and Exile and everybody else, and all of a sudden you see Inter just popping out with like a triple double and an eco, like, you know, it's crazy that how much firepower and like options they have on their team.
And what they're able to do with it. It's all about, you know, capitalizing on that. And speaking of capitalizing, we've got something prepared for you guys. Yanko does. What do you got?
Yeah, here actually it's this round I was talking about, the first gun round of the second half, where, you know, VP went with the USPs, now they have a buy, and let's see what happens in this round. They're going to open it up with a 4-man stack towards A long. They want to get rid of that rush, and you can see Jane with the AWP. He's going to go towards the B side by himself. They see there's no one coming out. They go back towards the A bomb site, and here is like the first thing that's a little bit weird. Out of everyone, they leave Buster alone, and he's like kind of the designated B player most of the time. So, you know, if you just look at the names, if you kill him first on long, you're gonna expect more people on A. But nevertheless, they leave him. They're going back towards short. They just have this setup now where they're gonna go for A. They want to retake short as well, and this is where something a little bit weird happens. So Yayin there starts off being hidden or being close on stairs, and we see that Sanji is also coming there. Kickert is already there, so they're going for some sort of a setup. But Yayin there overextends a little bit. I don't know if they were like expecting a flash play or something, but he kind of pushes here and just dies, right? And he dies in a position where there's no refrag potential, right? Both Kicker and Sanji are further away, and you would have expected maybe the setup is, you know, for him to be hidden in stairs, for them to have first contact, and then he pops up as the Joker and kind of, you know, gets the kills. But that was a bit weird considering it's the first gun round for VP. They invested everything, you know, they went for that USP eco, and you know, it seemed a bit maybe miscommunication or something like that. And you can see from that point on, right, James towards the B bomb site with the op. We're gonna speed it up here a little bit. And just like the teaser going for that split, Nafani is gonna get into the smoke. We can show that from the in-game stuff now. Like, as soon as they see James, as soon as he gets this kill on B, they're like, okay, the Opera is there, let's just go together towards the A bomb site, get the trades. And this was just a great play from Nafani in the smoke, playing off of the sound cues and getting 2 kills that pretty much closed out the round for Gambit.
You expect that first kill with the MAC-10, but then the second one you're like, all right, well, I guess you've done it right, Kasad.
Definitely, I think they should be traded. Like that's one of the like I could say one of the key mistakes, or I guess good plays from Nafani that kind of got them into the kind of running position for this map, and
never looked back after that round.
Yeah, and we're not going to look back anymore either, because Dust 2 is dusted, and now we look at Train. So this being a pick over there on the Gambit side, Yanko, are we expecting a similar showing here?
Yeah, I expected them to lose Dust 2 and then like really turn it up for the last 3 maps. I think for this one I favor Gambit. They have a distinct style on the CT side that we saw especially in the Navi game. So I'm looking forward to see, you know, if VP is going to prepare for that. What will they have in store for their T side?
Yeah, they're starting CT right now because they pick this one. Probably they're gonna look to get like this double digits on the CT side. You don't know what to expect at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, and that
so many crazy things in 2 maps already. 14-11, then turn around. So many crazy like rounds in the second map. What do I expect here?
It's got it all. It's the Intel Extreme Masters, and of course, we jump into a third map. Probably into a fourth, guaranteed, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe even a fifth, if we're lucky. That fifth being Mirage, Overpass, and next we're going to Train, VP. Struggle on Dust 2.
Do you own a piece of esports? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com. Latest edition of the Epic's trading cards available now.
Yes, nice shot, my friend.
Cheaters ruining your plays?
I am the enemy.
Bad servers stopping your shots? What you need is ESEA. Advanced anti-cheat to stop cheaters. And the best servers around, all with 128 tick rate. ESEA, the best way to play CSGO.
Hey Future Pros! Back on Danger Zone, and I wanted to show you the magic of double bumping. I use this to travel insanely far and get some pretty banging kills.
One more.
I'll show you 2 methods, the set launchers and the alley-oops. To do these double bumps, you'll need 2 bumps and an exo jump, and do not pick up the parachute. It may seem useful, but will interfere when trying to do doubles. For the set launchers, find a semi-steep ramp. Place your first bump at the top of the ramp and head down to the base. Stand back and place your bump at your feet. Then, without jumping, run in front of the bump and let it push you forward up the ramp and over your placed bump. When you go over your placed bump, hold space as this will give you much more distance. This will send you flying. After getting the hang of this, you will notice many more spots to pull it off. Now time for the alley-oops, which are my favorite but also harder. To do these, make sure you have the long jump bump down. Run over your bump and hit jump and crouch at the same time. Then let go of crouch and hold.
Çok iyi, adamlar korktu gelmedi biliyor musun ben?
Mid öldü bir tane.
Under bakıyorum. Eylül, Palas falan dikkat et. Mid var, top mid var.
Ben bıraktım kanka mid'i.
Under çıktı radara bakarken.
Tablet geliyor.
Aldım ben jungle'ı.
Öyle connector'ı görmüyorum.
Acaba aşağı oynasak mı ya?
Samet bir piklesene yavaş yavaş info alıp kanka mid'de var mı yok mu?
Kanka görmedim.
Under window yok. Delpan olabilir.
Yani varsa Delpan'da vardır. Bence bunlar B ya.
Delpan da yok. Delpan da yok.
56 yoldan açılıp B'ye gidiyorsun yavaş yavaş. Ben ayrı take aldım zaten AP'yle. A smoke geldi bir. 2 smoke. A flash. Bir tane nasıl?
Samet nade'ini falan at istersen.
Bir tane default nade varsa atsanıza. Nice.